Kia ora koutou. G'day everyone. It's Dave here. I think this is officially going to be my last pastoral update in the role that I've had this year. So privileged to be sharing this with you today. Couple of things that I wanted to just share in terms of where we're at. As many of you will know, we've got this week, we have our preferred candidate coming to church to share with us. So in terms of a lead pastoral role, I've just been reflecting on this idea of transition that we're in. And obviously we've got Don and Janice who will be finishing, and we've got the potential for someone new coming into that space. And the season that we're in terms of the church calendar is the season of Advent. When we talk about Advent, we talk about this idea of waiting and anticipation. And there's an incredible sense of excitement when you think about the potential of what things could be. And Advent's like that. We think of Mary with the baby Jesus inside of her. There's this kind of this joy, this anticipation. But the season of Advent's not just about joy. It's also about this idea of loss. And I think the season that we're in is one of acknowledging and thinking of the incredible gift that Donald and Janice have been to us as a church community. So I feel like we're in this time that actually reflects the church calendar beautifully. We're anticipating, there's joy, there's hope. But there's also the sense of actually we're losing something. We've lost, and we will lose our senior pastors in terms of their full-time employment role. They'll still remain with us, but it's just a different season that they're heading into. So this season of Advent is about waiting. It's about anticipating for the future. And that's a little bit in terms of where we're at. Now, I've been doing a little bit of reading around Advent. There's this beautiful book by a guy or a girl, maybe, I'm not sure, called Bobby Gross, which talks about living the church calendar year. And there's three things that I think are beautiful in terms of the season of Advent that we're in, that I want to just reflect on really briefly. So they talk about these three things. The first one is there's permission to sing and there's permission to groan. And what they mean is that there's permission to have incredible joy. We're coming to the end of a really hard year, and there's permission to be excited about that. We're coming into a festive season where we all get to hang out as family and do really fun stuff. So there's permission for that joy. But there's also permission to groan. There's permission to think about the hard things that we've been through this year and acknowledge that those things have been hard. So that's our first one, permission to sing, permission to groan. The second one is to practice restraint and to practice retreat. And I think those two things are just things to hold in this season, that it's okay to practice restraint and not eat all the chocolate. But I think it's really important to also practice retreat, to go camping, to spend time with your family, to be away from the bustle that is our lives today and spend some time in that retreat space. The third and final is alert posture and open posture. And what this means is that we just are aware of what's happening around us. We're open to what God is saying to us in this season. I often find around Christmas and New Year that there's just a little bit of breathing space. And especially as we head into January and most of us are heading away, there's an opportunity for us actually to listen to God and to see what He's saying to us as we head into 2021. So I want to encourage you to be alert, to be open to what God is saying. We'll come back into a new season next year. There'll be potential with our preferred candidate coming on board and things shaping and looking radically different or looking the same but being developed in a new way. And I just encourage you to be open to what God is saying to you in that. Be open to what God is saying to us as a church community, and to be open to how things can be shaped as we move forward. So hey, it's been a real privilege to be able to lead and to be able to guide this community throughout what's been a pretty challenging year. I want to wish you all a incredibly blessed Christmas and Happy New Year, and look forward to continuing with you till the end of the year, but also to journeying with you as we move forward. So, hey, be blessed, and we'll catch you at church or somewhere. But yeah, much aroha to you all. Ka kite.